everyone. Welcome to ST.JOSEPH'S Academy's online class. I hope you all are fine and enjoying your e-classes. Myself Harshika Kain, and in today's class we will have revision of chapter number 10, the river bank of your English Mulberry book. So let us start the revision now. First of all, I will give a brief summary of the chapter. We will study what the chapter is about. Then we will discuss the exercises of the chapter, and at the end I will give a small worksheet which you will complete in your copies. So let us start the chapter now. This chapter, The River Bank, is a small extract taken from the famous novel The Wind in the Willows, written by Kain. In this chapter we will learn how a mole and a rat became friends. The chapter starts with the mole who was very busy cleaning his little home with brooms, dusters and brushes, and after completing his work he just jumped upon all his four legs and bolted. Bolted means ran up the steep little tunnel. He used to live underground in a steep little tunnel. So after completing his work he just jumped upon all his four legs and ran up the steep little tunnel, where he reaches the surface of the earth. There he was in contact with the sun and the air. After that he decided to spend some more time there. He just wandered along. As he was wandering, suddenly he saw a river. He reaches a river end, and he was fascinated by its beauty. Fascinated means he was interested, he was attracted by its beauty, as he had never seen any river before in his life. So he had seen the river for the first time in his life. So he was attracted towards the beauty of the river and decided to spend some more time near the river. Now when he was sitting on the grass and looking across the river, he saw a dark hole in the bank just opposite the river. On the opposite bank of the river, he saw a dark hole there, and it was just the water above the water's edge, and something bright and small was twinkling in the center of it, just like a tiny star. Now at just above the water level, just above the water's edge on the opposite side of the river, he saw a dark hole there, and something small was twinkling inside that dark hole, just like a tiny star. But it could hardly be a star or a glowworm because it was very small in size. It was too shiny and small for a glowworm, and it could hardly be a star. And suddenly it winked at him, and at that moment the mole knew that it was an eye. When that thing which was twinkling inside that dark hole, it winked at mole. The mole understood that it is not a star, it is not a glowworm, it is an eye. And suddenly a small face began gradually to grow up round it. It was a brown little face with whiskers, small neat ears and thick silky hair, and it was the water rat. So it was the water rat. Suddenly that thing which was shining inside that dark hole, it started to come out, and suddenly a face started growing around that dark hole. It was the face of a water rat. What was his appearance? It was a dark brown face with whiskers. Whiskers means something related to hairs on the face, and small neat ears and thick silky hair. It was the water rat. They both greeted each other. The water rat said hello to the mole, and the mole replied hello to the rat. They both greeted each other, and then the rat invited the mole to come to his side. The mole replied that he would love to come to his side, but he don't know how to cross the river. Then the rat stooped into the river. Stooped means what? He just made this kind of movement into the water. He just bent inside the water, and what he did there, he untied a rope and pulled it, and after that what happened? A boat came up in the water. He took out his boat It was painted blue outside and white from inside, and it was just perfect for the size of two animals. It was just for the size of for the two animals. The mole thought it to be wonderful. He had never seen a river before in his life. Also, he had not seen any boat in his life. He was seeing the boat for the first time. He don't know its uses, yet he thought that it is wonderful. Then what happened? The rat rowed the boat smartly across the river and reaches to the mole's side. Then there what he did? He just held up his forepaw, the front paw of his hand. He just held up his forepaw to help the mole to step inside the boat very carefully. Why he did so? Because if he would not help the mole to step into the boat carefully, the mole would have fallen down or slipped down into the river. So that is why the rat held up his forepaw and helped the mole to step carefully inside the boat. Now the mole and boat, the rat and the mole, they both are sitting inside the river. The rat is rowing the boat. He is moving the boat with the help of oars, and the mole is enjoying this ride. Now suddenly what happened? The mole, he just leaned back. He thought that it is a very wonderful day, and then suddenly what happened? The mole leaned back in his seat. Lean back means what? He just sat in a comfortable position like this. He just leaned back into the soft cushions of the boat and just asked the rat a question. He was very shy. He was feeling shy, and he asked the rat that, "Is it so nice all that?" asked the mole shyly as he leaned back in his seat and looked at the cushions, the oars, and felt the boat sway lightly under him. Sway means moving from side to side in a river, in a rhythm. So the boat is moving, the boat is swaying in the water. The mole is enjoying this ride. The rat is rowing the boat, and suddenly the mole asked a question to the rat that, "Is it so nice all that?" What does it mean? He was asking the rat that, is it so nice that simply messing about in boat? Messing about in boat means doing something you like to do, enjoying doing something you like to do. So the rat was going to give an answer. He just said that, "Nice? It's the only thing that," and then while he was giving the answer, he just closed his eyes and went on dreaming, saying something, and said something that, yes, it is not, it is the only thing like this. He was closing his eyes, dreaming something and giving the answer, and suddenly the mole cried out a warning. What was the warning? And was the warning in time? No. The warning was, suddenly the mole cried out the warning, "Look out." And the warning was not given in time, and as a result, what had happened? The boat had struck the bank, and the rat had fallen on the boat's floor with his heels up in the air. Then rat picked himself up calmly, and suddenly after that he smiled. He had a smile on his face and continued with what he was saying earlier. He just completed the sentence that he said that it's the only thing, nothing half so much doing as simply messing about in boats. It doesn't matter you are in boat or not in, you are in boat or without boat. It's the only thing that simply messing about in boats. The rat went on calmly, picking himself up with a pleasant laugh. In or out of them, it doesn't matter. If you are free this morning, shall we drop down the river together and have a long day of it? Now he said that, he answered the mole that it's the only thing that we should do. It doesn't matter that you are in a boat or out of a boat. The thing that matter is that you enjoy doing something, so you should do it. If you love doing something, if you enjoy roaming or wandering in boats, then you should do it. It doesn't matter you are in the boat or out of the boat. And if you are free this morning, he gave an offer to the mole that if you are free this morning, shall we drop down the river together? Means he invited the mole to spend some more time with him in his boat, and they both will cross the river together and spend some more time of the day with each other. The mole leaned back into the soft cushions happily. "What a day I am having," he said. "Let us start at once." Now the mole did not give a direct answer. Indirectly, he gave the positive answer. How? He leaned back into the soft cushions and said that, what a good day I am having. I am enjoying my day. So it means that he accepted the rat's proposal and he decided to spend the other part of the day also he decided to spend the other part of the day also with the rat in the boat. So they both went on together in the boat and crossed the river together, and later on they became good friends. So this is what the chapter is about. Now we will have revision of some of the exercises of the chapter. First we have word meanings. First word is pail. Pail means bucket. Second word is bolted. Bolted means ran. Third word, fascinated. Fascinated means interested. Fourth word is rustle. Rustle means a soft crackling sound. Fifth word is chatter. Chatter means another sound of the river flowing noisily. Sixth word is rowed. Rowed means paddled or moved the boat in water using oars. Seventh word is forepaw. Forepaw means front paw of an animal. Eighth, sway. Sway means a slow movement from side to side in a rhythm. Ninth, messing about. Messing about means enjoying his time. 10th, have a long day of it means spend the whole day doing something you like to do. So these were the word meanings of the chapter. Now we will have first exercise, that is match the following. First one, the river. The correct answer. How was the river looking? What was the appearance of the river? Gleaming, sparkling, rustling, swirling, chattering and bubbling. This is the correct answer. Second one is the rat. What was the rat's appearance? A little brown face with whiskers, small neat ears and thick silky hair. Third, the boat. The boat, how was the boat? It was white and blue with oars and cushions, just the size for two animals. Then we have exercise 2. Choose the right words to answer the questions. 5 words are given. The words are calmly, expertly, soft, fascinated and wonderful. First question, which word describes how the rat rode across the river? So how the rat rode across the river? He rode smartly across the river. The word similar to smartly is expertly. So the answer is expertly. Second, which word tells us how the mole felt when he looked at the river? The answer is fascinated. He was attracted towards the beauty of the river. So the word is fascinated. Third, which word tells us what the mole thought about the rat's boat? Though the mole has not seen any boat earlier in his life, yet he thought it to be wonderful. So what was he thinking about the boat? He thought that it is wonderful. Fourth, which word describes how the cushions felt? How were the cushions? The cushions were soft. And fifth, which word tells us how the rat picked himself up after he fell? So when the rat fell, when the boat struck the bank, the rat fell on the boat's floor with his heels up in the air. After that, he picked himself up calmly with a pleasant laugh. So the answer is calmly. Next is reference to context. In this, one extract is given. Related to that extract, questions are given. Let us see. First one, the mole had been working very hard all the morning cleaning his little home. The first question is, where did the mole live? Where did he live? He lived underground a steep little tunnel. Second, what did the mole use to clean his house? He cleaned his house with brooms, dusters and brushes. Third, what did the mole do as soon as he finished cleaning? After cleaning his home, he ran up the steep little tunnel and came to the surface of the earth. So the answer is, after finishing cleaning his home, he ran up the steep little tunnel and came on the ground. Fourth, look out, cried the mole suddenly. This is another extract. The first question related to this extract is, where was the mole? Who was with him? So when this warning was given, where was mole? He was in the boat with the rat. The answer is, the mole was in the boat with the rat. Second, why did the mole shout this warning? Was the warning in time? So why did the mole shout out this warning? The mole shouted the warning because the boat was going to strike the bank. And the second part, was the warning in time? No, the warning was not in time. Third question, what happened immediately after this? So after this, what happened? When the warning was given, the boat had struck the bank, the river's bank, and the rat lay at the bottom of the boat with his heels up in the air. The next exercise is read, reflect and write. In this we have 4 another question answers. First question, why did the mole sit and look at the river? As he had not seen any river before in his life. He has seen the river for the first time in his life, so he was fascinated by the beauty of the river. That is why he looked at the river. The answer is the mole had not seen a river earlier in his life. He was fascinated by its beauty, so he sat and looked at it. Question number 6. How did the mole know that the twinkle was an eye? Something was shining inside the dark hole just opposite the just above the water's edge on the opposite side of the river. And what was that? It was the eye. It was an eye. Now, when did the mole know that it was an eye? When did he understood? When did he understand that it is an eye? He understood that it is an eye when it winked at him. So the answer is the mole knew that the twinkle was an eye when it winked at him. 7th, why was the mole very careful when he stepped into the boat? So when the rat rowed his boat smartly across the river and reaches the mole's side, he held up his forepaw to help the mole step carefully inside the boat. So why the mole was very careful when he was stepping into the boat? Because he could slip and fall into the river. The answer is the mole was very careful when he stepped into the boat because he could slip and fell into the river. 8th, was the rat a good friend to the mole? Give reasons for your answer. Was he a good friend? Yes, he was a good friend to the mole. Why? Why we can say this? Because he took out his boat to help the mole cross the river. He just reaches the mole's side and help him step carefully into the boat. And also he told the mole about the uses of the boat and he helped him cross the river. Then we have one exercise, that is anagrams. What are anagrams? Anagram is a word that is made by rearranging the letters of another word. How you can form an anagram? For example, the word is rat, R-A-T, rat. Now see, I can give an example. If the word is rat, R-A-T, rat. Now this word is having a meaning, that is an animal. Now if I ask you to make an anagram of this word, how you can frame an anagram? You will rearrange the letters of this word only and create another word which should have some meanings. You have to create one meaningful word by rearranging the letters of this given word. So you can frame 2 words, that is T-A-R, tar, or you can frame another word, that is art. And these both are meaningful words. Tar means what? It is a liquid, sticky liquid which is used to make roads. And art means drawing. So next exercise is you have to rearrange the letters of these words to get names of animals. First word is given tan, T-A-N, tan. Its anagram is ant, A-N-T, ant. Second word is pea. Its anagram is ape, A-P-E, ape. Third is A-C-T, act. Its anagram is cat, C-A-T, cat. Fourth is reed, R-E-E-D, reed. So its anagram is deer, D-E-E-R, deer. Fifth is leaf, L-E-A-F. By rearranging the letters, we can form another word, that is flea, F-L-E-A, flea, a kind of insect. Next, hare, H-E-A-R, hare. When we rearrange the letters, we get a new word, that is hare, H-A-R-E, a rabbit. Then loaf, L-O-A-F, loaf. When we rearrange the letters, we form a new word, that is foal, F-O-A-L, the young one of a horse. Then pause, P-A-W-S, pause. The anagram is wasp, W-A-S-P, wasp. Then BALM, balm is given. Its anagram is LAMB, lamb. And last one is shore, SHORE, shore. Its anagram is horse, HORSE, horse. Now some other exercises are picture based exercises. We will not study them. Now what I am going to do, I am going to give a small worksheet to you which you will complete in your English copy. So here is a small worksheet for you. Let me rub the board. Okay. So this is your worksheet. Question number 1. Write the meanings of. You have to write the meanings of the given words. First word is pale. Second word is fascinated. And third word is bolted. These are the three words. You have to write the meanings of these three words. First word is pale. Second word fascinated. And third word is bolted. Now question number 2. What is question number 2? You have to choose the right word to answer the questions. Choose the right words to answer the questions. Answer the questions. Now here I am going to give you some words. The words are calmly, expertly, soft, wonderful. These are the 4 words. First question is, which word describes how the rat rode across the river? Rode across the river. Then second question, which word describes how the cushions felt? How the cushions felt. These are the 2 questions. The options are calmly, expertly, soft and wonderful. And 2 questions are, which word describes how the rat rode across the river? And second, which word describes how the cushions felt? You have to choose an appropriate answer from the given options. Now next question is question number 3. What you have to do in question number 3? Rearrange the letters of these words. Rearrange the letters of these words to get names of animals. To get names of animals. You have to make anagrams. You have to rearrange the letters of the given words so that you get another word which is the name of an animal. So first word is LOAF. Second, ACT. And third, TAN. Last question is, answer the following questions. Answer the following questions. first one, the first question is, which is your first question? It is, what did the mole use? What did the mole use to clean his house? What did the mole use to clean his house? And second question is, how did the mole know? How did the mole know that the twinkle was an eye? The twinkle was an eye. These are the two questions. First one, what did the mole use to clean his house? And second one, how did the mole know that the twinkle was an eye? So this is a small worksheet of chapter number 10. You all, what you have to do, you have to read the chapter again, revise it thoroughly and complete this given worksheet in your copy. This is your homework. You have to complete this worksheet in your copy. Read the chapter again, revise it thoroughly and complete the given worksheet in your copy. We will meet again soon in our next English class where we will have revision of another chapter of your English Mulberry book. Till then, complete all your homework, complete all your lessons, revise your lessons properly, complete all your homework, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you and have a nice day.